Welcome to Ethereum Catharsis meeting 71. I'm Pooja Ranjan and we have shared the agenda in chat. So before we get into the agenda, we see some new faces here on the call today. Anyone who would like to take a lead and introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. So basically, I'm a researcher at Mycelium. I joined roughly 4 months ago. I've been looking into the core development side of Ethereum. I'm currently taking part in the apprenticeship program. So yeah, nice to meet you all.
Nice to have you, Mihi. So as Mihi mentioned that he is with the Mycelium team, we have some updates coming up from that side related to Open Ethereum client support. That's there on the agenda. I hope to talk more about it in the later part. We have one more new user or contributor, we can say Pradhuman, but there is some issue with the microphone with him. Just to briefly introduce him, he has started looking into NFTs, the NFTs that we were working for the EIP authors. We'll get to know more in the later part of the agenda. So let's begin with the first item listed here. That's the network upgrade. The first one is Arrow Glacier. So Arrow Glacier is the third network upgrade plan for the proof of work chain of Ethereum in 2021. The block number and the estimated time of arrival was shared in the last all-core dev meeting, and it's expected to be on December 8th. Catharsis have published a blog post with related information and the history of a difficult bomb proposals that we have seen so far. The link to the blog post is added to the agenda. And this network upgrade is just similar to the Muir Glacier upgrade that was, I believe, in 2019. That included only one proposal, improvement proposal, for pushing the difficulty bomb. And even in the Arrow Glacier, we are going to see just one EIP, that is EIP 4345, difficulty bomb delayed to June 2022. This will push the difficulty bomb until next summer, and we hope to have another big release emerge before that. We can expect upgrade ready client release this week, followed by an announcement blog post by the Ethereum Foundation. So the next sub item listed here is the merge. As I mentioned earlier, the merge is expected before the summer 2022. Catharsis are trying to curate related resources on the Ethereum Catharsis website. So please check out our new merge page. I don't see George on the call, but thanks, George, for just adding that page. And we are trying to add further information on it. There is this issue created on Catharsis website GitHub, issue number 37, which adds some more resources. For all our YouTube users, if you are listening to this call and if you have some resources to be shared with the rest of the community that's related to merge, of course, please share it with us. You can create an issue or just add a pull request to update that resource on Catharsis website. Moving on, the next item is ECH updates. So we briefly touched on the ECH website updating. I see one open pull request and a few issues. We are reaching out to the website team to look into it, and we'll try to close with deploying the latest pull request into it. Next one is ECH engineering. I see Alita on the call. Alita, if you have any updates to share on the engineering side.
Yeah, I mean, nothing super pertinent. I know that there's a plan of bringing someone else on to slowly phase me out. So that's new. That's going to be happening. And then as far as like the tasks are concerned, last month I primarily focused on fixing up some bugs and other smaller things. And so this month I'm actually focusing on trying to get some features out. That's basically it.
Thank you. Yeah, we have a limited visibility of the BART related tasks, so we are trying to add some more tasks to the engineering work. Like recently, we helped out some of the updating to the Ethereum Foundation, Ethereum GitHub, and small tasks where Catalyst can help out with. We are trying to add all those in the ECH engineering bucket. We'll try to have one more person on board. Maybe, I mean, I'm seeing him at least 2 weeks down the line. But yes, that's a good thing that we will be having more than one resource working on it for some time. Moving on to the cat blazers, I believe William shared the latest post on ECH Medium. William, I thought I saw you on the call. Yes, you're there. You have anything to share with the rest of the team?
Yeah, I'm here. My hat didn't pop up though, so probably maybe harder to find. So yeah, the article has, I'd say, some summaries there. Been doing a lot of onboarding work in Ethernaut DAO and kernel. Also been working on an initiative to try and connect with various platforms to try and get a higher level of participation with ERCs with Supreet Gupta. Been getting more involved in the EIP process more directly. Also been involved with Peepaneve. Since I put that out, someone from LexDAO has reached out to me about maybe working on emergency protocols, which is something that I also mentioned in the article. And maybe one last thing that I'd like to bring up is I did also publish on Mirror at the same time, and I'm interested in at least floating the idea of using Mirror for the cat herders in parallel to the efforts on Medium. Medium is much more discoverable. I don't think that I'd be talking about it going away anytime in the future, but if there's a way that I can try and maybe nudge towards also just kind of dog fooding the various Web3 tools that are out there as internally as we can to support the space also, then I think that would be great. Just to like kind of underlie, yeah, I agree with you, Trent. I'd say just kind of keeping both in parallel. Like right now, I'm looking for my mirror article and I can't actually find it, and it's kind of hard. If I do find it though, I will put it in the chat, and that way you can just kind of see what an article over there looks like. And that is a discussion that I think we probably should have, though not necessarily right now at this second.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, the only limitation that at the moment I see with the Mirror publishing, like having it all together, moving from the Medium, is a collection of views. I'm not sure if we can get the stats properly. And so far, I have realized that Medium has been more accessible to people. So maybe 3 to 6 months down the line, if we have to move over to Mirror completely, we can make that switch. Otherwise, we can continue publishing things in parallel. Maybe if people would like to discuss more or something new comes up and we have some additional information, I'm happy to bring it up as an additional agenda item in one of the future calls to discuss properly what people think. But if anyone has any opinion right now, please feel free to share. I see some comments on the chat. Yeah, I think switching to Mirror would be a great idea. Yeah, nice. And we can continue cross-publishing for some time. We'll see when we can completely move to one place. All right. Before we move on to next sub-item, I see George has joined the call. George, just wanted to thank you for the page that you have created for March. There is an issue on the same GitHub repository, issue number 37. I found some links broken. You might want to just give a quick look and fix the broken links over there. That would be helpful.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll check it out.
Thank you. So the next section is EIP's insight. For the month of November, I see one proposal is new that has been introduced as draft, that is EIP 4396 time aware base fee calculation. Two proposals moved to stagnant, that is EIP 2070 and EIP 3540. I suppose the issue with 2070 has been addressed. I'm not sure, Alita, if you have any insight on that.
Do you mind repeating that? Sorry.
So the issue with the EIP 2070, we saw that pull request was created by the bot, but it wasn't moved to stagnant. Now that I see that it has already been moved to stagnant, did you do it manually or the bot was fixed for it?
Yeah, it was most likely the bot. So basically, like sometimes the run for the bot will not work because like essentially the token or like the authentication that's used for the bot, excuse me, only has so much bandwidth, but then sometimes when it's running, it sort of like overdoes that. So in this case, it ran once, like 2 weeks ago, and it failed basically before it could reach the merging stage. And then this week it ran again, and there was enough, like there was a lot less stuff going on, so it worked. So that's basically why.
I'm glad it did not take another 6 months to check in and come back. Anyway, it's fixed. I'm happy for that.
It's not fixed. It's just, it's something that like I would like to implement a more thorough fix for, but at the current moment, it will like kind of work eventually. If that makes sense.
All right. So if I remember from the last EIP meeting, I was supposed to create a pull request so you can look into that. I'm sorry, I did not do it on my end. Do you still want me to create the pull request so you get an opportunity to look into that later on?
Yeah, by pull request, do you mean like an issue? In
Sorry,
the
yeah, by issue. Yeah, that's correct.
That would be very helpful. Yeah, that would, because I actually forgot that happened. I just know the source offhand.
All right, I'll go ahead and create that issue for you to refer to. All right, and there are two proposals which are brought back to life from stagnant to review. Those are each 64 and 65. The number is 2364 and 2464. Other than that, there were some non-normative changes to a final proposal. The proposal number is EIP 2124 for fork identifier for chain compatibility checks. There were a couple of edits done to it. So if anyone interested may have a look on that. And on other improvements, there are some recent changes to EIP 1 and addition to EIP templates. All of this can be found on the Ethereum improvement proposal inside document, and the link is available on the agenda. Moving on to the next item is a PEEP and EAP. So for PEEP and EAP, the upcoming meetings can be found on the PEEP and EAP schedule. Link is added to the agenda. Just to summarize, we are going to have a deep dive into the portal network with Piper Miriam tomorrow, November 10 at 18:30 UTC. There are a few others. The one is merge testnet with Proto and Paritosh on December 8th. And considering the recent interest in EIP editing, we have received a lot of interest from contributors to become an EIP reviewer. We have invited Matt Gannett to talk about the secrets of EIP editing on December 14th. So we'll keep on getting more Ethereum related education resources for you on PEEP and EAP. Keep watching and stay tuned for more information coming on that. The next item is meeting notes. I believe we have all the meeting notes available this time for every meeting. Not sure if we have anyone to summarize any of these meetings. But nevertheless, the link to the notes are added here. This time we had this merge community call. This was the first community call organized by Trent and Tim. It was pretty interesting. It provides a good overview of what the merge is, and we took some questions from the infrastructure developer community. It's a good watch, though the video recording did not turn out to be awesome because of some Zoom's issue, but we do have meeting notes available for that. This recording is available on Cat Herders YouTube in the community playlist. Give it a watch, it's a good one. Moving on to the next section, new initiative and brainstorming. In the last meeting, we discussed about client support for Open Ethereum. I believe we have Mihir and Brayton joined from the Mycelium team. They may have some update. Over to you, the team.
Yeah, so Mihir is still the point of contact, but he's contacted a few people through the Discord, say like Ronan Kaizen that you linked to, Pooja. And yeah, they've provided some tips and things of that sort. Then following on, Mihir got us into a conversation with XDI and POA. And the POA network were essentially saying that they would continue to provide some support. So we're going to work with them on that. Gnosis have handed over the resources, so the GitHub accesses, and then also the Twitter account. So we should be able to make a community announcement as well, which we're just drafting up.
Awesome. Just a small question. Do you think the discussion related to this Open Ethereum client support is all going on the Mycelium Discord? Do you want me to share that Discord link with the Cat Herders users?
Yeah, actually, that would be pretty fair. Yeah, if you want, up to you really. In terms of, yeah, the announcement, our current plan is, yeah, so Arrow Glacier, get the support through there. We're going to try for, I think it's 3436, the proof of authority change. That should be a bit of fun. And then after that, we're going to try, well, we're going to be starting to hire Rust devs. So hopefully we can find some way to get that. But once we get that going, then yeah, we should be able to support merge, hopefully. I mean, it seems like quite the large undertaking, but we're definitely keen to support it. And with POA, we think we could do it.
Sounds good.
When do you expect to have the Arrow Glacier support? Just because we're planning to put out a blog post tomorrow with all of the other clients, and because Open Ethereum was kind of deprecated, I wasn't planning on including them. Yeah, I guess I'm curious to understand like what your timeline is for just adding support for Arrow Glacier.
Oh, it's
Yes,
out.
Mihir has already done the PR for that.
Okay, and is there a release available?
I believe so.
yeah.
I believe they merged it.
Okay, and so yeah, I guess you're saying we should include the release of, it's like a supported, basically it'll be like a supported release that like people can kind of count on. And I know it sounds kind of weird to say that, but I guess, yeah, I'm just wondering, should we actually make it part of the official announcement so that people can kind of rely on it, or would you rather this be kind of more informal? Yeah, what's the best way to?
If possible, it would be good if it could be official, but at the same time, it's only just been recently that POA has received accesses from Gnosis, so I'm not sure how much support is involved.
Okay. Not a lot, and I see the release is basically the 330 RC14 is the one with Arrow Glacier. Is that right?
Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Okay, so I'll add that to the blog post. Nice. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. And the next item listed here is Degen bot and POAP on ESH Discord server. I believe Ken is working on that. Ken, do you have by any chance any update to share with the group?
Yes. For the Degen bot and POAP distributions, I will be meeting with the Degen team to go over the distribution of POAPs utilizing Degen, and that way we can implement it within ECH.
Nice, thank you. So the idea here is for different meetings and for some important community meetings, we are trying to add POAP, and We're trying to manage it with the help of DGen bot. So people who are just trying to, kind of mine POAP and get it without being in the meeting, that can be avoided. We hope to get some more updates in upcoming meetings on how to implement and which all meetings would be considered for this POAP distribution. Similar to this, there is another task that we are considering is NFT for EIP authors for final EIPs. I believe Pradyuman is working on that. Not sure if you have your mic fixed and you have any updates to share. I believe there is some issue with Pradyuman's mic. So just to provide an update on that, he's currently looking for a volunteer to design the NFT and working on the codes to make sure we deploy it. We are still considering the chains to be deployed on. There are a few work that has to be finalized. We have created a small group of people who would be working on POAP and NFT and other kind of distribution for the community participation. If anyone is interested to work on that, or anyone has any suggestion, they know someone who can volunteer for designing the POAP or the NFT, please reach out to us. Ken, William Sharp, Alita Moore, and Pradyuman, and also me. We are all working together. So reach any of us. Moving on, the next item is events and hackathon. I'm not sure if we have any other hackathon before the ETH Denver, but if anyone has information, please feel free to share. ETH Denver is expected in the month of February 11, and it's a month of February from 11th February to 20th February. And there is one more which Ken is working on. It's just that date is not decided, so we will try to add that in the agenda next time. On ECH funding side, we are in talking terms to Malak. I had a meeting with the RBG group last Friday and also on the Monday yesterday. RBG group is the group that helps facilitate Malak grant proposal. And I'm happy to share that we have finally submitted the MGP for November. As per the grant timeline, it seems that the proposal will go on chain on November 29th, and the result with the grace period will be there by December. So if we get this grant, we should expect the funds by the end of December 2021. And also on the Gitcoin side, I think the new round of Gitcoin grant will start in December this year. I thought I saw some tweet here.
Yeah, it should be early December.
Right. So if we need to update the description or any suggestion is there, please let us know and we can work on that. All right, so we are getting very close to the end of the meeting. We just have to cover a couple of more points. The one is the ECH PM issues. I see that, okay, we have one issue about JSON RPC spec writer. Someone reached out to us, and my understanding is they are going to have a call today. There was another contributor who reached out to me, but I don't see the ECH resource working with the team here on the call today. So if we need more people or if the opening is still there, I will update this issue so people can come and share their interest with us. I'm keeping it open for the time being till we get further information on it. And other than that, I think we have covered almost all. Bounty for documenting notes for merge community meeting. The notes have been submitted. So we can close it once that is merged. On the funding side, we have tried to clear all the fundings last week. Currently, I see a couple of new requests. We'll try to close all the issues here this week. So that's all mostly from the items. One last item is meeting 70, the decision items or any action item. Let's have a look at it. Decision 70.1 add DGen bot to the ECH Discord server. It's already done and we are trying to make use of that bot. Ken is working on that. 70.2 submit the grant proposal for the next round of Molotov funding. Yes, that's also being done. We have submitted the proposal yesterday. So that's all from the agenda item. If anyone has any other question or they would want to share something.
There's the call. There's the call next week for the EIP editors. There's been a lot of people that were kind of interested based on the post yesterday. So I'm wondering if we should do anything to just like advertise that call a bit more, because we might have a bunch of new potential editors coming on. So just making sure that they're all aware of the call and that they have kind of a link to it. That would be great.
Which is about new editors coming up?
Yeah, so yesterday I posted a thread on Twitter asking for new EIP editors, and there's a bunch of them who showed up. So I think there's like 5 or 6 people who might be interested. And Pooja, you said that there's a EIP editors interns meeting next week. So I think, yeah, it would be great to just make sure that like all the people in the Discord kind of have access or an invite to the call, and maybe just make sure that like Micah and or Light Client can make it, so that we have an editor who's there who can kind of help answer their questions or something.
Right. So this is about the EIP apprenticeship meeting. We try to have it bi-weekly, and the next meeting is scheduled on November 16th at 11 a.m. on my end. So it should be 1600 UTC. Generally, Micah does not attend these calls, but Light Client is there for sure. And Light Client generally tries to walk us through with whatever the current pull requests or issues are there. We try to discuss some of those, and yeah, we'll try to get answer to questions. I'll share the invite. I mean, I already have mentioned in the channel that we have planned this meeting here, and I'll try to share the Zoom link in the same channel. I hope that would be helpful.
Yeah, and maybe, I don't know if you want to maybe ask people for their emails for like a calendar invite or something.
Okay.
That might be a good way. Yeah, just to make sure that the people who kind of scroll in, we're not like losing them. Yeah, because I was surprised we got like, over 5 people interested.
Sure. I will mention it in the channel so people can DM me, and I will add them to the calendar invite.
Cool. And yeah, somebody also asked, Greg from ChainSafe asked for a link for this meeting, this meeting. In this, oh, is there a call link? Okay, no, sorry, it's not the same thing, I think. Okay, so I think he's also asking about that call. So yeah, just making sure that maybe we can open like an issue or something on GitHub, or just having like an invite where we send people just so people kind of can track it.
Makes sense. Earlier we used to kind of manage it internally because that was for a very small team. But now that we are getting more interest, it makes sense to create an agenda, and then we'll try to invite people. Greg, by the way, joined the meeting earlier today, but he wasn't sure that this is the meeting he is looking for. I provided the agenda, and it worked out, and he would be joining the next one he's looking for.
Cool.
All right, so that's all about it. Anyone else has any further information or anything to discuss?
Yes, the Scientology, they have a hackathon starting November the 8th, which is yesterday, and it will be in regards of helping Web 2 developers on board to Web3. So it doesn't matter what level you are, there's something that you may find to do within this said hackathon, and it would be worth checking out.
Nice. Can you do us a favor? We have this channel on ECH Discord called Hackathon. If you can provide this link and information over there, we might get some people enrolling for that.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
Awesome. So that's all about the Caterpillars update and meeting for today. Thank you everyone for joining. See you all in 2 weeks on November 23rd at 1500 UTC. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you, Foods.
Thanks.